What is the spinal cord and its functions? The spinal cord runs through a hollow tunnel formed through the vertebrae of the spine known as the spinal canal. The spinal cord is a bundle of nerves that breaks up into branches of 31 pairs of spinal nerves that exit the spine and go out throughout your entire body. The spinal cord connects the brain through the by the spinal cord and branching through these spinal nerves, and that is how your brain talks to your body and your body talks to your brain. And it's the spine-brain work together to actually create what we call the central nerve system. So the spinal canal and the brain together form your central nerve system. Now, your central nerve system is a vast communication network that facilitates this brain-body communication. And through the central nerve system is that sensory information is actually received from your body, processed, and responded to by motor signals or by information going out, telling your body how to respond and act to what it receives. The central nerve system is pretty much involved in every function of the body, and it's virtually working and reacting in time and need with all your muscles, tissues, systems, in determining what your body needs to do to process its environment. Because of how the brain and the spinal cord and how they work together, spinal conditions can cause a wide range of symptoms that can affect more than just your spine. It can affect your entire body, and it can affect organs and other functions that you may not put directly on your spinal system. Now, when we look at things that can affect the spine, one thing we have to consider is something called scoliosis. Scoliosis is the development of an unnatural sideways bending curvature that occurs within the spine, and it also has rotation associated with it. Because of this bend and twist that occurs, that we know scoliosis induces a lot of uneven forces to the spine and body. And scoliosis can unfortunately become compressive, especially once skeletal maturity has been reached, and compression because of gravity over time leads to uneven pressure. And we know that if the spine is compressing the nerves and starts changing the environment in which the spinal cord and nerves exist because of this unnatural bend and twist, this compression or interference with the spinal cord and nerve system can occur. And therefore, these symptoms can become very widespread. It can lead to things that maybe we associate with spinal problems, like where the scoliosis is located, you may have pain or discomfort as a result of it. And this could really depend on where it's located, how severe it is, how old you are. But we know that where the area that's being affected, it can affect those nerves most directly. So therefore, if we think of cervical scoliosis affecting the head and neck and shoulders, thoracic scoliosis affecting the upper back and middle back, lumbar scoliosis affecting the lower back, but it's not so simple as just those areas because anything above can affect anything below. If we think of signals being sent down your spinal cord and out to your body, if you affect the nerve tissues here, you can actually lead to symptoms down here because it has to go through there to get to the lower half of your body. So we always say anything above can affect anything below in terms of motor signals, but we always try to think is where the area is located, that where it's most likely to lead to the most common effects. One symptom that's associated with nerve compression is most commonly pain, and it's pain associated with going down the nerve, the area that the nerve's controlling. So if you have compression of the nerve that's exiting into your arm, you may have arm pain, you may have arm weakness, you may have numbness in your fingers, you may have shock-like sensations in those areas. So you can have numbness and tingling in your hand, let's say, and it could be coming from your neck or your upper back. You can have the nerve that's being compressed, let's say, to your colon, and you may have constipation, and it may not be associated, you may have any back pain at all, and your symptom could be constipation that's associated with it. So therefore, it's not always associated with a pain in the spine or a pain down the nerve pathway. It could be a pain to whatever that nerve is controlling to. If you have compression, let's say at the low back, and it's affecting the sciatic nerve, you can have pain going down your leg or numbness in your toes and feet. You don't have a toe problem or a foot problem. You're having compression of the nerve in the low back that's leading to numbness down in that area. So once we know we affect the nerve tissue, we can literally affect any system in the body because every system of your body is reliant upon your nerves for it to function properly. So therefore, the very first step in dealing with nerve compression is to find out what's causing it. And normally scoliosis can lead to nerve compression because as spines shift out of alignment, it starts to press on different nerves in a negative way. Now, other issues that can affect spinal alignment can lead to nerve compression as well, like hyperkyphosis, hyperlordosis, loss of curve in the neck, or hypolordosis in the neck. Any type of spinal deformity or spinal shifting that can lead to an abnormal symmetry within the spine can lead to this. Now, scoliosis, unfortunately, can lead to a progressive condition. And once it becomes progressive and it starts to progress over time, we know the best way to treat these issues is to deal with what's causing it. So if the nerve compression is a result of scoliosis, just treating the symptoms but leaving the scoliosis there, which is really what the underlying cause is, will not lead to resolution of the problem. So you must deal with the scoliosis. And the best way to treat scoliosis is to treat it proactively, because it's in its very nature to worsen. And the way you treat scoliosis is to treat it structurally by reducing the size of curvature to help restore the spine's more healthy alignment, try to improve the normal healthy curves, and to try to make the spine as straight as possible to reduce pressure off the nerves and surrounding tissues to allow the nerves to start to function better, and therefore whatever they're controlling will function better. The spinal cord is a key part to normal health of the body and normal function of the body. Like spinal conditions like scoliosis not only affect the spine, but they affect everything that the spine can control. And since the spinal cord branches into nerves that control the entire body, unfortunately, negative effects on the spine can lead to negative effects of the entire body. So restoring the normal spinal alignment can help restore normal spinal nerve function, which is important for the entire body to function at a higher level. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this information helpful. If you have any questions about this topic or other scoliosis questions, type in the comments below and let us know. And finally, subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified of when we publish new videos just like this.